Welcome to the Social Media How-To Training module. This module is your guide to successfully creating and managing your school or department Facebook, Twitter, and/or Instagram accounts as efficiently as possible. My name is Vivian Coulter, and I'm the Social Media Specialist for the district. If you have any questions regarding anything in the module, please feel free to contact me. Before we get started, it's important to note that all social media platforms are constantly evolving and changing, so your view might be slightly different than what you're seeing here, depending on what type of device or browser you might be using. Please also keep in mind that this is a very brief overview on getting started with social media accounts. Social media is ever changing and requires a fair amount of trial and error to really become comfortable. The tips I provide here will help you get started and share content, but there's more to social media that you may or may not want to explore to help grow your school or department pages. Please do not hesitate to contact me with any questions if you'd like to delve further into social media. Let's get started. We are going to go over Facebook first. Facebook is definitely the most complex of the social media platforms we are going to discuss. However, we found it also has the most reach. To understand Facebook, it's important to understand the difference between profiles and pages. A Facebook profile is personal. A Facebook profile is personal. You probably have your own where you share family photos, videos, opinions, etc. With personal profiles, you also approve and send friend requests to other personal profiles or people that you know. A business or organization page is public and used to promote your business, like a restaurant, store, or a nonprofit. People like or follow your page to get updates. These likes and follows aren't approved by you, like with a friend request you'd receive on a personal profile. It's very important to note this. Business and organization pages cannot exist without being tied to a personal profile. You aren't able to create a page for your business or organization without already having a personal profile. This is an effort on Facebook's part to limit the number of spam and fake accounts out there. So as you can see here, we have the Tucson Unified School District business page and my personal profile. As a social media specialist, my personal profile is tied to the Tucson Unified business page, as well as several other school and department pages. When creating pages for our Tucson Unified schools and departments, it's our goal to link them to the social media specialist account, which is mine. There are several school pages out there that were created by employees that have since left the district and can no longer be accessed. By having pages linked to myself or someone else in the communications department, we will always have access and be able to add or remove employees as necessary. Another important thing to note is this. You must have a personal profile on Facebook to access your school or department page. This does not permanently link you to your school or department page, but rather allows you to access it. This is a requirement of being the social media manager at your site. If you do not currently have a personal profile, you will need to create one. Once you've successfully completed this training, the social media specialist for the district will make you an administrator on your school or department page. If your school or department does not yet have a page, one will be created and you will be given administrative access. As an administrator, you will also have the permissions to give others access on your page as well. Individuals can be added as administrators, editors, moderators, advertisers, or analysts. Only administrators can add new page roles. To assign a new page role, you will go to your school or department page and find the Settings tab. Once on Settings, find the Page Roles tab. Under Assign a New Page Role, search for the individual via their personal Facebook profile. It's important that you are giving access to the correct person, so you may want to ask them to provide you a screenshot of their profile prior to making an assignment. Then you will select which role you are assigning. You can have multiple people in various roles on your page. Once you've submitted this, the individual you've assigned will receive a notification asking them to accept their role. Once they've done so, they will have access to the page. Under your Settings tab, you can also find a lot of options to customize your page. It's definitely important to become familiar with this page. As you can see here, we keep our page very public. We allow people to message us and comment. This is what we recommend for your school or department pages as well. You want your audiences to be able to connect with you, ask questions, and share opinions. One thing we do require all pages to do is to set their profanity filter to strong. Unfortunately, we sometimes get page users that use some less than kind language. Setting your profanity filter to strong makes it so that comments containing any 4-letter words are hidden. It's important to note that you'll still need to monitor your comments made on your page, as some people may use abbreviations or special characters. You'll need to address these comments manually, which we will get into a little more later. Posting content is the majority of what you'll be doing on Facebook. You can share content to your school or department page via your phone, tablet, or computer. You want to ensure that you're on your school or department page and not your personal profile prior to posting. You can share written posts, photos, videos, as well as live videos. You can add any of these elements to your post by selecting the 3 dots under the Add to Your Post option shown here. Instructions specifically on how to do live video can be found on the Communications Department webpage on the TUSD website under Social Media Policies. Scheduling posts is a really awesome feature that Facebook has that not all other platforms do. This allows you to schedule posts for later dates and times, such as evenings or weekends when you may not be working, and even backdate posts. It's important to note that if you are scheduling posts from your phone or tablet using the Facebook app, the app will not allow you to do so. You'll need to download the Facebook Page or Facebook Business app to schedule posts from a phone or tablet. Otherwise, you can schedule posts from your computer as seen here. To schedule a post, you'll first go to your school or department page and find your Creator Studio. Depending on what browser or version of Facebook you are using, your Creator Studio will be at the top of your page or under Publishing Tools on the left side of your page. Once on the Creator Studio, you will select Create Post at the top of the page and create your post. Once complete, select the drop-down menu to Publish and choose Schedule. Choose your date and time and confirm by selecting Schedule. You will be able to review your scheduled post in the Creator Studio under Content Library, Posts, and Scheduled, as shown here. Events are another useful Facebook feature. If you have an upcoming event at your school or department site, rather than just sharing your event flyer, Facebook allows you to create an actual event with information and reminder notifications for those interested. To create an event, first go to your school or department page and choose Events. It'll be either at the top of the page or on the left side. Choose the Create Event option. If you have a flyer for your event, which is recommended, you can use this as the cover photo for your event. Be sure that it's in a PNG or JPEG format. Fill in the event information such as title, date, time, description, and so on. Under Event Settings, there is an option to add other pages as co-hosts of your event. This means your event will also show up on their page. If you would like to add your event to the TUSD Facebook page, you can add us as a co-host. This will allow for more people to see your event. Once you've filled out all the necessary info, you can publish the event or schedule it for a later time using the drop-down menu next to the Publish option. Please note this option may only be available on certain browsers or versions of Facebook. After your event has passed, it will be archived on Facebook, so you can access it later. You'll always want to monitor and respond to comments on your page as necessary. Sometimes you may find yourself receiving comments that are not appropriate. You have a couple of different options to handle this. You can hide the comment, which means the commenter will see it on their end, but those visiting your page will not see it. This prevents other people from responding to the comment. You'll likely use this when a comment is off-topic or rude, but not necessarily inappropriate. Comments can be unhidden at any time. Also, when your profanity filter is set to strong, as mentioned in the earlier slide, comments with any 4-letter words will be automatically hidden. Deleting the comment will permanently delete it from Facebook. Do not hesitate to do this if the comment is inappropriate in any way. Depending on the content of the comment and the commenter, You may also consider banning the individual from commenting on your page further. We try not to do this often, as we want our pages to be public and for audience to share opinions. But we also do not tolerate inappropriate, explicit, dangerous, or spam comments or messages. Prior to deleting or banning any comments or profiles, it's smart to take a photo for your records, just in case the individual were to complain. If you are having trouble with how to proceed with any comments or individuals on Facebook, please review our social media policies on the Communications Department webpage on the TUSD website. You can also email me, Vivian Coulter, for any questions or concerns. Now we are going to get into Twitter. As previously mentioned, please remember your view may slightly differ from what you see here. Twitter is most often used by celebrities, political figures, and news outlets. So using Twitter is a great way to get your information seen by that audience. Often we will tweet stories that we want to get picked up by news outlets. There are still, of course, parents and students on Twitter as well, just not as many as you might see on Facebook. Unlike with Facebook, Twitter does not require you to have a personal profile to be able to create a business or organization account. Twitter can be accessed by visiting their website, twitter.com, or by downloading the app on your phone or tablet. Signing up for Twitter is pretty straightforward. You'll start by entering the name of your school or department. One thing you will want to do is select the Use Email Instead option instead of putting in a phone number. Here you will enter the generic email address associated with your department, such as media@tusd1.org. You can also create a Gmail, such as tusdmedia@gmail.com. If your site does not have an email address, you'll need to create one. For the birth date, you can use your own or make one up. For the main TUSD page, we use November 4th, 1889, which is the approximate date the district was founded. Once you create your account, you'll likely get an email confirmation. Once your account is created, you'll be taken to your main dashboard. Similar to Facebook, all the information shared by the people you follow will appear here. So if you've just created your account, this page will be blank. You can find people to follow using the search tab in the top right corner. On the right side of the page, you'll see trending news topics and suggestions for accounts for you to follow. You can utilize those as much or as little as you'd like. On the left side of the page, you'll find where you can access your profile, messages, notifications, or create a tweet. Please note this will look slightly different on a mobile device. You can interact with user tweets using the icons at the bottom of the tweet itself. The speech bubble allows you to respond to the tweet publicly. The two arrows allow you to do what's called a retweet, which is sharing the tweet to your profile. The heart is to like the tweet, and the up-facing arrow and bracket allows you to send the tweet privately to other users. To create a tweet, you'll select the blue button on the left side of the page. Once you do, this text box will come up for you to type your tweet. To mention or tag another account in your tweet, you will type the @ at the beginning and type in their username. What you want to be careful not to do is start the tweet with mentioning another account, as this is like sending them a direct tweet. Although it is still public, it won't show up on the main section of your profile. At the bottom of the text box, you'll notice several icons. You can use these to add media, a GIF, a poll, an emoji, or to schedule your tweet. If your tweet is longer than the allotted 280 characters, you can use the plus sign to add an additional tweet, creating a thread. On your personal profile, you can update your profile and cover photos as well as other information, such as your bio, location, website, and so on, using the Edit Profile option. You can also create a tweet from your profile using the same blue button on the left side. Some things to keep in mind with Twitter. Twitter only allows for a maximum of 280 characters per tweet. If you are sending a longer message, you will have the option to add another tweet to create a thread, but typically it's good to keep your updates short. If you're sharing any media along with your tweet, such as photos or video, you're allowed a maximum of 4 photos per tweet or 1 video no longer than 2 minutes and 20 seconds. If your video is longer, you can trim it when uploading it on the Twitter app on your mobile device. However, you won't have this option on your PC. If your video is very long, it's best to just share the link. We found Twitter is a great way for keeping up and staying in touch with our local media outlets. So if you have news or an event you'd like to share with media, Twitter is a great way to get their attention. The last social media platform we are going to cover is Instagram. Similar to Twitter, Instagram does not require you to create a personal profile in order to manage a school or department site. You will simply use your generic school or department site email to create an Instagram account. It is not necessary to put any of your personal information to create a school or department Instagram account. An important thing to know with Instagram is that it's all visual, meaning photos only, and it is only accessible through the Instagram app, which is what you're seeing here. You are able to visit Instagram.com and see your profile and feed, but you won't be able to post any photos. So with that being said, if you have not already, you'll need to download the Instagram app to your phone or tablet. Once you open the app, you'll be prompted to log in to an existing account or create a new one. If you are creating a new account, you'll first choose a username. Next, you'll be prompted to enter a phone number or email. Please use the email option and use the generic email address for your site that we mentioned earlier, just like with Twitter. If your site does not have a generic email, you'll need to create one. Instagram will then send a verification code to your email to verify that it's correct. The last thing you'll need to do is create a password. Once you've created an account and logged in, you'll be taken to your main dashboard or timeline. Just like with Facebook and Twitter, this is where you'll see posts from other accounts you follow. Since you've just created your account, this page will likely be blank. To look for accounts to follow, use the magnifying glass icon. Just like with Twitter, there are several icons you'll need to make yourself familiar with. As I'm sure you can see, there are a lot of them. Icons underneath a post allow you to like, comment, or privately send the post to another user. Icons at the very bottom of the screen allow you to search for other users, create a post, view your notifications, and view your profile. Icons at the top of the page allow you to create a post or access your private messages. On your personal profile, you'll be able to customize your account. Edit your profile photo and bio using the Edit Profile option, and use the 3-line option in the top right corner to access other settings. Congratulations! You've completed the social media how-to training module. Thank you for getting through all of this information. If you have any questions regarding anything we've gone over, please don't hesitate to contact me at vivian.coulter@TUSD1.org.